Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Alright, and this video is named Yahawashi is coming back to reclaim his glory on earth. Alright? Because Yahawashi, alright, he don't have his glory on earth as yet. The kingdom isn't his kingdom isn't set up, as yet. The devil still ruling this earth. Alright? That devil is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Alright, the 1%ers, and his name isn't declared throughout all the earth. Alright, the heathens don't know his name, and whatnot. So, and soon Yahawashi is coming back to set everything in order. Alright, he's coming back. Soon he's coming back. With those chariots, to reclaim his glory. Alright. Now Yahawashi, alright, Yahawashi did claim his glory in heaven, after he died. Alright. Okay, Yahweh gave him all power and glory in heaven. Okay. Because he was worthy, he kept the faith. So now he's on the right hand of Yahweh in heaven. Alright. With the angels worshiping him. Alright. And soon the Lord, he's coming back to get glory on earth too. Alright, so let's go in this precept here. This is Revelation chapter 5 and 1. It says, "And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne." Alright, so now the one who's sitting on the throne is Yahweh, and the right hand of him that's sitting on the throne, the right hand of Yahweh is Yahawashi. He's on the right hand of Yahweh. He got his glory. Alright. Okay, he's Yahweh right hand man. Okay. Okay, he received his glory in heaven. Okay. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within, and on the back side sealed with 7 seals. Alright. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?" And no man in heaven, nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders saith unto me, "Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David," alright, Yahawashi. Okay, he's the root of David, the lion, he's the Lion of Judah, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seals, and to loose the 7 seals thereof. Alright, Yahawashi prevailed to open the book, because he was worthy. Okay. Alright, he was worthy. Okay, let's read verse 6. It says, "And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, which is the council, them is the council of Yahweh, alright, stood a lamb as it had been slain." Alright, that lamb is Yahawashi, who died on the cross, having 7 horns. Alright, the 7 horns represents power, complete power, because the number 7 means complete. It's completion. Alright, so Yahawashi have complete power, and 7 eyes. Alright, which means complete understanding, complete wisdom. Alright, which are the 7 spirits of power sent forth into all the earth. Alright, the 7 spirits is the archangels. Okay. So that lamb is Yahawashi, and he was faithful to his father even until death. He never sinned his whole lifetime, and he kept all the laws of the Lord. Alright, that's why he was worthy to open the book. Okay, he's worthy of that understanding. He's worthy to loose the seals of the book. Alright, and he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. Alright, Yahawashi. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. Alright, so Yahawashi was worthy to open the book, and he have his glory in heaven. Alright, all power and glory in heaven, the angels in heaven worship him, the Father and him. Alright, so Yahawashi, so he coming back on earth, to establish his kingdom, to set up the kingdom of Israel. Alright, okay, to make his glory known on earth, It just now he waiting on the Lord, when the Lord say the time is right, Yahweh, to come back. Alright, okay, that's all, but he's gonna come back. Okay, let's see here, let's get another precept. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, "But made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself, and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Wherefore power hath highly exalted him, and given him a name which is above every name." Alright, and that name is Yahawashi, the true name of the Mashiach. Alright, okay, that at the name of Yahawashi, alright, not JC, not this word, not this, decrepit name you see in here. Okay, his true name of the Son, the true name of the Son is Yahawashi. The true name of the Father is Yahweh. The true name of the Son is Yahawashi. Alright? Every knee should bow of things in heaven, and things in earth, and things under the earth. Alright? And that every tongue should confess that Yahawashi Mashiach is Lord, to the glory of power the Father. Alright, and that's what's gonna happen. Every tongue gonna confess that Yahawashi is Lord. Okay? Okay, okay, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna set up his glory in heaven. Yahawashi have, he have the glory and the power over heaven and earth given him by the Father. It's just that he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back, he's gonna reclaim his glory on earth. He's gonna set up his kingdom. The kingdom of Israel. Back, he's gonna come back to take these devils out of power. Alright? Okay. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 24. 24. It says, "Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to power, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule, all authority, and all power." Alright, these devils, okay, are gonna be taken out of authority, out of power. Alright, these starting with these banking elites, the international bankers. Alright, Okay, the Rothschilds, etc., they gonna be taken out of power, and the Lord's coming. Alright, the Lord coming back to take over the earth. Alright, for he must reign till he hath put all enemies under his feet. Right, the Lord gonna destroy all of them, all these nations in his coming. You know, the last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Right, so the Lord is coming back to take these devils out of power, you know, and to rule the earth, to set up his kingdom, you know, with his men, with the elect, you know, and rule. Alright. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. Okay. Let's get some here. You know, Yahawashi is gonna be accepted in all the youth. You know, he's gonna be you know, he's gonna rule the youth. He's gonna reign over the youth. You know, okay, and all things gonna be put under him. All right. So let's get this precept here. This is Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Alright, the ones who rule in this earth. Alright, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, alright, the chariots, alright, of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send forth, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Alright, from all over the earth, the elect gonna be beamed up. Alright, so yeah, the Lord gonna come back, take these devils out of power, and set up his kingdom. Set up a righteous kingdom. Alright. Okay, this was prophesied. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. Just bear with me here. 44 says, alright, you see the headline, the divine kingdom. Alright, and in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Alright, for as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain, alright, which that's the chariot, that's the massive chariot, what the Yahawashi coming on, the white horse, alright, without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. Alright, all these kingdoms were destroyed, and the last leg, you know, this kingdom, what we in here, Esau, Edom kingdom, you know, the revised Roman Empire, the Lord coming back to destroy it. Alright, in his chariots. Okay, the great power hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. Alright, so this is gonna come to pass. Yahawashi coming back to reclaim his glory on earth. Alright, to set up his men, rulers, the elect. Alright, and yeah, you know, a righteous kingdom is coming. Okay, Yahawashi kingdom is gonna be set up. Alright, all the heathens, alright, think they're gonna know his name. Alright, and they're gonna glorify him. Okay, you know, all these devils gonna be put in slavery. Alright, in Lord's kingdom. Alright, so I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and salutations unto the hopeful, elect, Wa Abad Babal, and Shalom.